Throughout history, books have been revered as vessels of knowledge, symbols of power, and sometimes tools of manipulation. But during the Nazi regime, a particular text, often shrouded in myth and speculation, emerged as a symbol of their ideological ambitions, known as the Book of Power. Its existence has long intrigued historians and conspiracy theorists alike. What was this book? Was it a real manuscript, or merely a propaganda tool cloaked in mysticism? And why did the Nazis place such value on the concept of a book of power? In this video, we will unravel the historical context, ideological motivations, and the enduring mystery surrounding this enigmatic artifact. The Nazis' fascination with ancient knowledge and mysticism is well documented. Influenced by figures like Heinrich Himmler, head of the SS, and his obsession with the occult, the regime sought to align their ideology with a sense of historical and spiritual destiny. The term Book of Power has often been linked to rumors about a sacred or mystical text believed to contain secrets of governance, domination, or even supernatural power. While no single book was officially named as such, the Nazis did draw heavily from certain works to legitimize their worldview. Texts like Mein Kampf, the Protocols of the Elders of Zion, and even esoteric writings were treated as ideological cornerstones. Could one of these have been considered the Book of Power, or was it an invented myth to captivate and control the masses? The Nazi leadership's interest in mysticism wasn't merely symbolic. It deeply influenced their policies and propaganda. Heinrich Himmler, for instance, established the UNNERB, ANSS organization dedicated to uncovering ancient Aryan history and mystical artifacts. The Nazis believed in the idea of a master Aryan race with roots in mythical civilizations like Atlantis or Hyperborea. These beliefs were often justified through the reinterpretation of ancient texts. Some researchers argue that the Book of Power could have been a composite of esoteric works, including Norse sagas, the Bhagavad Gita, or even alchemical manuscripts, used to construct a pseudo-historical narrative that aligned with Nazi ideology. But was this pursuit of occult knowledge genuine, or merely a psychological tool to inspire loyalty and fear? If we step away from the mythic and look at the practical, Mein Kampf, written by Adolf Hitler, can arguably be considered the Nazis' true book of power. This manifesto outlined Hitler's vision for Germany and his disdain for democracy, communism, and Judaism. Mein Kampf was distributed widely during the Third Reich, often gifted at weddings or to new members of the Nazi Party. It became a cornerstone of Nazi propaganda, shaping the ideological framework of millions. Though not mystical in nature, its influence was undeniably powerful. Could its prominence and ideological weight have contributed to the myth of a singular book of power? Or does the tied to the Nazis' obsession with mystical relics? Their expeditions to Tibet, Scandinavia, and even Antarctica were fueled by a desire to uncover lost knowledge. One of the most famous artifacts linked to this obsession is the Spear of Destiny, believed to grant its holder control over the world. Some theorists suggest that the Book of Power might have been a similar artifact, if not a literal book, then perhaps a codex or collection of ancient wisdom the Nazis sought to uncover. Could their failure to find such a relic have contributed to their downfall? As some legends suggest, after the fall of the Third Reich, stories about the Nazis' Book of Power took on a life of their own. Post-war writers, fueled by Cold War paranoia and the fascination with the occult, speculated wildly about secret Nazi texts. Some claimed the book contained plans for a Fourth Reich, hidden in secret bunkers or taken by Allied forces. Others tied it to mystical traditions, suggesting it held alchemical formulas or prophecies of world domination. While these theories are more fiction than fact, they highlight the enduring allure of the Nazi regime's enigmatic pursuits and the human tendency to seek meaning in the unknown. Even if the Book of Power never existed as a physical object, its mythological power cannot be understated. Stories of secret texts and mystical artifacts served as propaganda tools, reinforcing the image of the Nazis as invincible and destined to rule. The idea of a Book of Power also taps into a universal fascination with forbidden knowledge, the kind of knowledge that promises ultimate control, but often comes with dire consequences. By perpetuating such myths, the Nazis created an aura of mystery and fear around their regime, amplifying their psychological dominance over both their followers and their enemies. The story of the Nazis, Book of Power, reminds us of the dangers of conflating myth with reality. While it may be tempting to imagine a single text that encapsulates the Nazis' ideology and ambitions, the truth is far more complex and far more insidious. The power of the Nazis did not come from a mythical book, but from their ability to manipulate people, exploit fears, and harness propaganda. Understanding this is crucial for recognizing and combating similar tactics in the present day. Whether the Book of Power was real or imagined, its legacy lies in its ability to capture our collective imagination and serve as a cautionary tale about the dark side of human ambition. The Nazis' Book of Power may forever remain a mystery, a tantalizing blend of fact and fiction that continues to provoke curiosity and debate. But perhaps its greatest significance lies not in what it was, but in what it represents: a reminder of how knowledge, or the illusion of it, can be wielded as a weapon. What are your thoughts on this enigmatic legend? Do you think the Book of Power ever existed? Or is it simply a myth born from our fascination with the unknown? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time as we uncover more of history's most intriguing mysteries.